Okay, ma'am. So, welcome to the fourth class of our fourth unit. So, లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ లో మనం ఆల్రెడీ ఇంటరప్ట్స్ గురించి డిస్కస్ చేస్తాం కదా. సో ఈ క్లాస్ లో కూడా మనం దాని గురించి ఒకసారి లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ లో ఏదైతే చెప్పానో దాన్ని ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ వెనక్కి తీసుకెళ్ళి మళ్ళీ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాను. సో దిస్ ఈస్ అన్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ టాపిక్ కాల్డ్ ఇంటరప్ట్స్. So what is an interrupt generally? An interrupt is nothing but, first of all, before knowing what is mean by an interrupt, one should have an awareness of what is mean by a program. Program is nothing but set of instructions. It may contain some 10 instructions or 15 instructions or 5 instructions. It depends upon the type of the program, and the number of instructions will be referred as the length of the program. Okay, so generally a program is nothing but a set of instructions. Okay, generally our processor or controller is going to execute the instructions one by one. Okay, either they may execute sequentially or in a zigzag manner. Okay, but the main thing is the processor should execute the instructions one by one. That means first instruction, next it should execute second, third, fourth, like that. It should go on executing all the instructions. Okay, if not, after executing the third, it may execute fifth instruction, seventh instruction, and again it may come to the starting, and it may execute fourth instruction, like that. Whatever it may be, but the processor should execute the instructions one by one. Okay, but if at any cost, if there is an interrupt, if there is a breakage occurs to the normal flow of a program, it will be referred as an interrupt. A breakage to the normal flow of a program is called as an interrupt. That means due to some reasons it may not execute the instructions in a sequential manner, then it will be referred as a interrupt. Okay, so a breakage to the normal flow of a program is referred as a interrupt. Okay, that means that means the processor is not going to execute the instruction from now onwards. It will be referred as interrupt. Okay, so there are many reasons for causing the interrupt. Interrupt may occur due to the many reasons. Okay, one is in the program itself we may use some instructions like int. That is nothing but the interrupt. Okay, if I write some instruction like int, okay, int space 03h or 02h. Okay, or if into interrupt on overflow, if not int space 03h, like that. If I represent something in the program itself, if I return int space 03h, that means interrupt type 3. Type 3 is a breakpoint interrupt. That means the program is going to be, the processor is going to stop its execution whenever it finds this particular instruction. ఎప్పుడైతే నాకు నా ప్రోగ్రామ్ లో int space 03h అనే ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ కనపడిద్దో, నా ప్రాసెసర్ నా ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ ని ఆపేసిద్ది అంతటితో. ఆ తర్వాత నువ్వు ఎన్ని ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ రాసుకున్నా వేస్టే. అంతవరకే ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసి నాకు రిజల్ట్ ఇచ్చేసిద్ది, ఇంకా మిగతా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయదు. ఓకే, in sometimes we may write into, that means interrupt on overflow. Okay, these are the instructions we are going to write in the program itself, which may cause interrupts. Okay, that means the interrupts can be generated directly from the program by using these instructions, or the interrupts this is the one reason, and the interrupts may occur due to the hardware failure or hardware malfunctioning or something, or due to the hardware devices. Okay, so we are having different types of interrupts like hardware interrupts, software interrupts, maskable interrupts, non-maskable interrupts, vectored interrupts, non-vectored interrupts. Basically these 6 are the different types of classifications. Okay, hardware, software, maskable, non-maskable, vectored, non-vectored. What are the meaning of this one? First of all, we need to learn about, basically now we will learn about what is meant by a software interrupt and what is meant by a hardware interrupt. Okay, సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇంటరప్ట్స్ ఆర్ నథింగ్ బట్, వాట్ ఈస్ మీన్ బై సాఫ్ట్వేర్? సాఫ్ట్వేర్ అంటే మనకు గుర్తొచ్చేది ఏంటమ్మా? ప్రోగ్రామింగే కదా, అవునా? సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇంజనీర్స్ అంటే జనరల్ గా అదేగా చేసేది, మన అందరికి గుర్తొచ్చేది కూడా ప్రోగ్రామింగ్. సో సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇంటరప్ట్స్ ఆర్ నథింగ్ బట్ ద ఇంటరప్ట్స్ దట్ ఆర్ జనరేటెడ్ ఇన్ ద ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్. నువ్వు రాసిన ప్రోగ్రామ్ లోనే ఇంటరప్ట్ గనక జనరేట్ అయితే ఇట్ విల్ బి రిఫర్డ్ యాజ్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇంటరప్ట్. ఓకే, దట్ మీన్స్ ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఫర్ ద సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇంటరప్ట్స్ ఆర్ వాట్ ఐ హావ్ రిటన్ హియర్: int space 03h, into, something like this. That means these are nothing but instructions. These instructions will be written in the program itself. Okay, whenever our processor encounters, or whenever our processor comes to this particular instruction and executes this instruction, then our processor starts executing from this current instruction. Okay, whenever it encounters int space 03h and into, this is also one type of interrupt. Okay, so all these interrupts will come under which category? These all come under the software interrupts, because we are generating an interrupt by using an instruction. Okay, so these are called software interrupts. And the next category is hardware interrupts. So if you okay, so what are meant by hardware interrupts? See, if you observe carefully, see, what are the main hardware components that are present in a system? Manaku system undi kada, mana daggara computer gaani edaina. What are the main components that are present in this one? Keyboard, mouse. Okay, if there are any external audio devices, okay, it may be speakers or earphones, whatever it may be, some need of input. See, if I am using the speaker, I can use it for bidirectional. Now I am recording the video, so it is useful as a input device. Okay, whenever I am listening, or for example, if you are listening by using an earphone, it is going to be used as an output device, isn't it or not? Okay, so here okay, so first one is software interrupt, that is the interrupt that is generated in the program itself. The second one is hardware interrupts. Okay, hardware interrupts are the interrupts that are generated from the hardware devices. What is mean by hardware device? Now here we are discussing about our computer only. Okay, in the sense our system, that may be either laptop or a desktop. Okay, in that particular hardware device, what are the hardware components? Hardware components and which we can touch externally. Software components are those which we cannot touch externally. Okay, so here the main hardware components are keyboard, mouse. Generally we will consider input devices rather than output devices. Okay, but you can consider both, not a problem. So for example, my system, or if you consider the example of the system that is present in our HOD sir room. Okay, in that we are having monitor, keyboard, mouse, a printer, isn't it or not? A printer is also attached to it now. So these are the hardware components. For example, I have given some 4 to 5 printouts. I have given some 4 to 5 printouts from the SAR system, and the output should come from the printer. Okay, but due to some reason, but I forgot to place papers. There are no papers. Okay, then if I give printout, what it will show? It will show an error, isn't it or not? Does it give the printout? ఏ లేదమ్మా, ఇప్పుడు మన హెచ్ఓడి సర్వర్ సిస్టమే ఉందనుకుందాం. ఓకే, దానిలో ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేశాను, నేను ప్రింటర్లో 5 ప్రింట్అవుట్లు ఇచ్చా. ప్రింటర్లో కింద పేపర్లు పెట్టడం మర్చిపోయా. ప్రింట్ వచ్చిద్దా? రాదుగా. నీకు ఏమైద్ది, మనకి మానిటర్ మీద డిస్ప్లే అయింది, ప్లీజ్ ప్లేస్ ద పేపర్స్ అనో ఏదో ఒక మెసేజ్ డిస్ప్లే అయింది, ప్రింట్ అయిపోయింది. That is nothing but an interrupt. Okay, here the interrupt is generated by an hardware device called printer. ఓకే, ఎందుకు జనరేట్ చేసింది? నువ్వు పేపర్లు పెట్టలేదు కాబట్టి జనరేట్ చేసింది. లేదు, కొన్ని కేసెస్ లో అది ప్రింట్ ఇస్తా ఉండగా పేపర్ స్టక్ అయిపోయింది. నేను ఒక 5 ప్రింట్స్ ఇచ్చా, ఈసారి 5 పేపర్లు పెట్టా, బట్ వైల్ ఎగ్జిక్యూటింగ్ ఆర్ వైల్ ప్రింటింగ్ ద థర్డ్ పేపర్, there is due to some error or due to some problem, the third paper got stuck. Okay, then does it gives the print of 4th and 5th paper? It is not going to give, no. Then it will display the error itself. Okay, so this is also one of the example for an interrupt, because I have given 5 papers that are to be printed by the printer, but the printer is not printing those papers. Okay, due to some problem, that will be referred as an interrupt. Okay, and see, by using this mouse, I am going to, for example, now the Zoom meeting is in progress, but by using this mouse, I can go to some option and I can click on this end, isn't it or not? If I go here and if I click on the end option, then the meeting is going to be what you will call it is going to be terminated, or it is going to be ended. Okay, this also can be referred as an interrupt now. So here these interrupts that are occurred due to the mouse, keyboard, or printer or some external devices, those will be referred as a hardware interrupts. Okay, so this is the difference between a software interrupt and a hardware interrupt. Okay, next. What is the something when an interrupt request line is dedicated for this purpose? To allow this to happen, we can arrange for the IO device to alter the processor. Okay, this what nothing. We'll move to the next slide. Yeah. So whenever an interrupt occurs, what is the sequence of operation that are going to take place that we have discussed here? Okay, so generally this is the normal flow of a program. This is the program which consists of some instructions, set of instructions. Okay, whenever there is an interrupt occurs, then what is the thing that is going to happen? See, I have explained in the previous class with an example, right? Interrupts are nothing but like our diseases, like cold, cough, or fever, or whatever it called, typhoid, malaria, like that. Okay, so whenever an interrupt occurs, what is the thing that is happens? So whenever you have, for example, you have some severe fever today due to malaria or something. Actually, the span of a malaria is only for 3 days. If you use the medicines, the span of malaria fever is only for 3 days. Okay. So due to this, what you will call rainy season, though due to the much increasing of mosquito population, for example, consider myself if I affected with a malaria. Okay, whenever a person affects with a malaria, obviously he is having a he will become very what you will call very inactive. Okay, he will become very inactive. He cannot perform his daily tasks also. Though he is of 20 years age or 30 years age, that means though he is of your age or my age, okay, no matters. But whenever a person affects with a malaria, he will become very inactive. Okay, so for example, consider myself, if I affected with malaria, can I do my regular tasks like every day? For example, if you consider today, now the time is around 5 or 5:30 or something like that, I'm recording the video. Okay, so this is my task. I have woke up at 4:30 or something and I'm doing my video. Okay, if I am affected with malaria, can I wake up at 5 or something? No, because whenever we will affect with malaria, I'll get very shivering and very okay. So whenever there is a little bit of sunlight, then only we will wake up. If not, we'll cover with a blanket and we'll sleep. Isn't it or not? That means it is interrupting my day-to-day work. No, every day I may wake up at 5 or something, but due to this reason, this interrupt, that is malaria, I will wake up at 7:30 or 8. Okay, and actually I will take my bath and I will do my brush and take my bath and I will be ready by 8:30 or 9 to come to the college. Okay, but whenever the malaria comes, I will wake up at 7:30 or 8 and I will take only brush. I don't even prefer to take the bath also. Okay, and I will eat some idli or something and I will take again, I will take the rest. That means what it is happening, it is altering or it is affecting my day-to-day activity. I have some day-to-day activity, waking up at so and so time, doing some work and being ready by cooking food and being ready for so and so time, like that I have some activity. But due to this particular interrupt called malaria, I am not able to do my regular work. Isn't it or not? That is called interrupt. Okay, then what is the thing I have to do? If I leave it like this, is it okay? No, it is not at all okay. Okay, then what is the thing I need to do? I need to take the proper medicine. I need to take the proper medicine in order to get it from this particular interrupt called malaria. For that purpose, what I will do? Okay, for consider that I will consult a doctor and he will give some medicine. Or else, if I know I am very much aware of the medicines, then I will directly go to the medical shop. Consider my medical shop as a pharma. That means Apollo Pharmacy, Hetero Pharmacy, MedPlus, like that, a pharmaceutical shop. Why I'm specifying like that means whenever you go to this Apollo Pharmacy or Seven Hill Pharmacy, whatever the pharmacy shops, there you can see what you call shelves of uniform shape, and there uniform sized boxes are going to be placed. Okay, in that boxes only the medicines are going to be placed. Isn't it or not? If you go anywhere, Apollo Pharmacy or any pharmacy, you can observe this one, because the shelves are of uniform shape and the boxes, the medicines are going to be placed in the boxes, plastic boxes. All the plastic boxes are mostly of same size, isn't it or not? Okay, so whenever I go there, I can have, so this particular medical shop is there, no, it will be referred as interrupt vector table. This particular, one second, if there is a possibility, I will show in the next slides. No, interrupt vector table I haven't mentioned here. Okay, so there will be an interrupt vector table, isn't it or not? That means the medical shop. In that medical shop, you are going to have multiple number of medicines, some 1,000 types of medicines, isn't it or not? Did you take anything? What will be seen by you first time like that? You will choose a. మీకు అక్కడ బోల్డ్ అండ్ మెడిసిన్స్ ఉంటాయమ్మా, కానీ మీరు